Welcome back. I am Susanna May O'Hagan, and today we are going to be talking about How the Grinch Stole Christmas. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, also known as Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, is a 1966 American animated television special directed and co-produced by Chuck Jones, based on the 1975 children's book of the same name by Dr. Seuss. The special features the voice of Bruce as the Grinch. It tells the story of the Grinch, who tries to ruin Christmas for the townsfolk of Whoville below his mountain hideaway. The Grinch is sorely antisocial green creature with a heart 2 sizes too small, who lives alone in a snow-bound cave atop Mount Crumpet, located above the village of Whoville. He especially hates Christmas and has always been annoyed by the town's Christmas celebration. One Christmas Eve, he finally decides to stop Christmas Day from coming to Whoville by disguising himself as Santa Claus. His dog Max is a reindeer, and in reversal of Santa's visit, stealing all presents, decorations, and symbols of Christmas. Once loaded, he plans on dumping the bag of stolen goods. He is noticed by a girl named Cindy Lou who is otherwise undetected. As the Grinch reaches the icy summit of Mount Crumpet, ready to dump the bag, he discovers that the citizens of Whoville, despite having no gifts or decorations, have gathered in the middle of town to sing as Christmas Day dawns. Realizing that Christmas means more than just material possessions, the Grinch's heart grows 3 sizes. He saves the sleigh, returns the presents and other belongings to the Whos, and joins in the town's Christmas celebration by carving the roast beef, giving Max the first slice. On Rotten Tomatoes, for the cartoon, this made-for-TV special is a classic based on Dr. Seuss's book. It is about Christmas-hating Grinch who wants to make everyone as miserable on Christmas as he is. The poor, small-hearted Scrooge learns the true meaning of Christmas through the loving Whos in Whoville. Okay, so we have 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, 94% popcorn. Let's check out the 100%. Let's see what people are saying. We're not going to read all the reviews. We'll be here forever, but we'll read some. It benefits from Bros' double duty as the narrator and the Grinch. Simply put, a life without this holiday classic would have stunk. Stunk. Oh, stink, stunk. The classic cartoon that is straight to the point. I love this. It's a holiday classic, well narrated, scored, and entertaining pieces of art. This is something I'll continue watching every year with my family. The story might be familiar, but watching the Grinch tiptoe around the "You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch" always brings a surge of fuzzy nostalgia every Christmas season that never seems to get old. The special work because of its surprisingly sentimental climax, one that comes by its emotions honestly, as the Grinch realizes Christmas spirit is indomitable no matter what he does to stop it. It brightens, clearness tightens. Okay, let's go over here and check this one out. It only has a 94. A devilish, delightful animated film, How the Grinch Stole Christmas 1966, is a brisk and animated holiday heist like no other you've ever seen. Chuck Jones directed this little special with a clear and quirky mind for effect. Yeah, it's good and all, but Jim Carrey one is much better, and how did Elf get ranked under this? See, the Grinch is way better. Classic Grinch made media gargantic. Grinch-tastic. Bros was the Morgan Freeman of his time. Best Christmas and Grinch movie ever. Simple, iconic. The story, the music, the animation. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. So I'm opening up strong with a couple of classic movies. This time from the spirit animal, The Grinch, or is it Mr. Grinch? A playful kids movie and the holiday tradition. For many, this film has transcended the media, and now Grinch, like the character inspiration, Scrooge is a term for someone who tries to ruin everything for someone else. I love the Grinch. I may abolish Grinch's rules to steal Christmas, and now Christmas is gone. The absolute awesome, and it's better than than Whoville. Ooh, How the Grinch Stole Christmas 2000 film. So I just put all the Grinches together because I figured it might be simpler. Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Who Stole Christmas is a 2000 American Christmas fantasy comedy film directed by Ron. Was also produced with Brian, narrated by Antonio. Okay, plot. As the Who's of Whoville prepare for their beloved Christmas celebration, the Grinch, a bitter and green creature who raised in a cave on Mount Crumpet, despises the holiday and plans to ruin it. 6-year-old Cindy Lou Who, delusioned by the town's obsession with the material aspect of Christmas, has a chance encounter with the Grinch at the Whoville post office, where he saves her after she falls into a mail sorting machine. Curious about the Grinch, his hatred for Christmas, Cindy learns from the townspeople that he was abandoned as a baby and adopted by two elderly sisters in Whoville. While in school, the Grinch had a crush on his classmate Martha May Hoover. Though Martha precipitates his feelings, August Mayhew was jealous that Martha liked the Grinch and not him, and frequently picked on him for his hairy appearance. In an attempt to impress Martha, the Grinch tries to save his face but ends up cutting himself. When August and his other classmates included him during a Christmas celebration, he snapped, declaring his hatred for Christmas. Ashamed, the humiliated Grinch fled to Mount Crumpet, vowing never to return. Determined to include the Grinch in the Christmas festivities, Cindy nominates him as the town's holiday cheermeister, much to the dismay of Mayhew, now mayor. Reluctantly, the Grinch agrees to attend, seeing an opportunity to confront his childhood tormentor and potentially reunite with Martha, now Cindy's neighbor. At the ceremony, the Grinch participates in various events and starts to enjoy himself, but his mood changes when Mayhew gives him an electric razor as a cruel reminder of his traumatic past. To further humiliate the Grinch, Mayhew proposes to Martha in front of everyone, offering her a new car as an engagement gift. Furious, the Grinch lashes out at the Who's, accusing them of valuing Christmas only for its materials. He then shaves the mayor's head, lights the town's Christmas tree on fire, and goes on a destructive rampage before returning to his cave on Mount Crumpet. Learning that the Who still plan to celebrate Christmas with a spare tree and unshaken spirit, the Grinch hatches a plan to steal all their presents, decorating, and the food while they sleep. Determined to ruin Christmas once and for all, disguising himself as Santa Claus and dressing his dog Max as a reindeer, the Grinch descends into Whoville on a high-tech sleigh. He starts by sneaking into Cindy Lou Who's house. When Cindy catches him stealing their Christmas tree, he lies, pretending to be Santa, taking the tree for repairs, and escapes. Methodically, he strips the entire town of its Christmas joy, stuffing everything into a giant sack and driving it into the top of Mount Crumpin, intending to push it off. On Christmas morning, the Who's wake up to discover the theft, and the town is devastated. Mayor Mayhew accused Cindy for giving the Grinch the opportunity to ruin their holiday, but her father, Postmaster Lulu Who, defends her, reminding the town that Christmas is about more than just gifts and decoration. It's about love and kindness. Inspired by his words, the Who's come together, join hands, and begin singing Christmas carols, showing that their spirits remain unbroken. As the Grinch prepares to push the massive sack of the mountain, he hears the Who's singing below and realizes that his plan has failed. Struck by the true meaning of Christmas, the Grinch's heart grows 3 sizes, and he is overcome with emotion. Just then, the sleigh, along with Cindy Lou who had climbed aboard, begins to slip over the edge of the cliff. In a moment of heroism, the Grinch saves both Cindy and the sleigh, returning all the stolen Christmas goods to the town. Back in Whoville, the Grinch apologizes and surrenders to authorities, who pardon him despite Mayhew's demands for his arrest. Fed up with Mayhew's selfishness, Martha May returns his engagement ring and professes her love for the Grinch. In the end, the reformed Grinch invites the Who's to celebrate Christmas in his cave, where he personally carves the roast beef at the feast, now embraced as part of the Whoville community. Okay, in this live action adaptation of the beloved children's tale by Dr. Seuss, the reclusive green Grinch decides to ruin Christmas for the cheery citizens of Whoville. Reluctant, joined by his dog, Max, the Grinch comes down from his mountaintop home and sneaks into town to swipe everything holiday related from the Who's. However, the bitter Grump finds a hitch in his plan when he encounters the endearing Cindy Lou Who. Wow, it's only got 49 and 58. That seems pretty low. To this day, How the Grinch Stole Christmas stands as one of the most inspired and true meaningful holiday texts. With a little more polish and a lot more restraint, this could have been a holiday treat. Instead, it's a representative and sometimes lacks experience. It doesn't work taking 3 short Seuss stories and turning them into feature films. Very unpleasant to watch. I truly believe Dr. Seuss defiles adaptations and is best left in print and in the imagination of all who read the stories. It's just an ugly piece of work. Director Ron Howard aims for beautiful style to Burnham, but he comes closer to the headache. This film is an act of love that doesn't quite transmit all of the passion. Wow, I didn't expect them to all be that bad. I love the Grinch. Like, these are some of my favorite. Jim Carrey might give it his all, but the strange directing choices, unsettling Who's, and endless use of the title angles make this an extremely awkward watch. This is my family traditional movie watching party right here. Jim Carrey is a tour de force. Great classic. Live action Jim Carrey was a beast. Robert face to the max. My favorite Christmas movie ever made. Jim Carrey puts his heart and his soul into this performance and completely carries the film. So we will talk about the next Grinch another time.